Namaste, guys. Christian R. Long, life enhancement consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Wednesday evening. So for those of you who've been following these streams for a while, Wednesdays are the days that I write my newsletter. And it's typically a quote, not typically, it is every time. It's a quote, hey Melissa, Namaste. It's a quote from my teacher, Grandmaster Cho Koksui. And then my best interpretation, hey Leanne, Namaste, my best interpretation, Amanda, Namaste, of what that quote means. And today's newsletter, Claudia, Namaste, today's newsletter took me 2.5 hours to write. 2.5 hours to write. So if you haven't read the newsletter, please, 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 right below this video, you'll find the newsletter, hey Meanie, Namaste, and let me know what you guys think. I would love your feedback. Mark from Massachusetts, that's my boy. Asha, Namaste. How are you guys? So I just found out that today is official Girl Day. Ernie, Namaste. And I found that out through one of my masters in pranic healing with a post that he did celebrating the fact that he has 5 sisters and has been surrounded by women most of his life. And so he's like, Happy Girl Day. And I was like, go Yankees. I was like, Happy Girl Day. Okay, let's give a shout out to all the girls out there, which is a nice, beautiful connection to what I was going to be talking about on tonight's live stream. So I don't know, for those of you, Denver is the capital of Colorado. Denver is the capital of Colorado. And then if you go about 35 minutes northwest, you're going to hit this town called Boulder, Colorado. And Boulder, for the longest time, has been rated in like the top 10 smallest cities to raise a family for adventures and parks and hiking and biking and overall healthy lifestyle. And there's a lot of spiritual practitioners, energy healers, acupuncturists, yoga teachers. So if you're looking to like be in that wellness, healthy world, hey Jose, how are you? Namaste. Happy girls are waiting for your priceless guidance. Not my priceless guidance, the guidance of my teacher, Grandmaster Cho Koksui, the founder of Pranic Healing and Hatha Yoga. So, when a girlfriend of mine and I went to Boulder, we went to the metaphysical store. And they have, I think it's 2 or 3 metaphysical stores that are beautiful. A lot of high quality books on all facets of spirituality, from your spiritual practice, the different religions and different spiritual practice, to meditation practice, to tarot cards, to energy healing, to oracleizing, to biographies of great teachers from all different traditions and religions. So really good bookstore. So I'm fumbling around, just kind of seeing what catches my fancy, what I vibe with, right? And here's a cool little technique that you guys will appreciate. So there's a technique in pranic healing called scanning. So scanning means you're feeling the subtle energy around something, because everything emits energy. Everything has prana connected to it, right? So if you walk into a building, you can scan prosperity energy, happiness energy, hey Jill, Namaste, stress energy, right? So everything from a person to a place to a living environment, everything has energy connected to it. So through the process of scanning, you can tap into which energies are predominant in that area, right? Does that make sense? Now, just like riding a bike is a skill, scanning is a skill. So some people pick it up like this. Some people never get it right. Some people are slower learners than others, but it's okay. It's start where you are and then follow the simple protocol that Master Choa recommends, and then you can produce miraculous results, healing results for people. And there's an old saying in pranic healing is that you don't need to feel in order to heal. You don't need to feel in order to heal. So some people make the assumption of like, well, Christian, I'm not sensitive to energy. I can't feel energy with my hands or my fingertips. Does that mean I'm doomed to be ineffective as an energy healer? And no, it does not. The senior practitioner, Master Stephen Coe, for 4 years, he felt no energy whatsoever when he was teaching the classes on how to feel energy. So here he is at the front of the front of the class teaching people, this is how you scan the aura. This is how you scan the chakras. This is how you remove congested energy. This is how you put fresh energy into the chakra. Hey Sharon, namaste, right? And he was unable to feel any of it, but he was still able to produce miraculous healing results for himself, family members, and clients and students. So just because you can't feel energy doesn't mean you're not effective as a healer. So I want to answer this question real quick. I'm needing so good energy sent to me today. I'm having a low vibe day with tears. I need some healing big time today. All right, Leanne. So that brings us to the awesome point. For those of you who need healing, especially emotional healing, reach out to christianrlong.com/services and find the service that's appropriate for you, and let's get you healed. I'm simply the conduit for removing the congestion that your emotional body isn't able to remove fast enough by itself. So instead of waiting 3 or 4 or 5 or 2 weeks to heal from emotional stress and turmoil, why not hire somebody to accelerate that process by a factor of 10? Kind of a no-brainer, right? So going back to the factor of scanning or feeling energy, right? Feeling energy, you can scan the energy of the author of a book, of whether to buy that book or to leave that book on the bookshelf. For instance, there's a chakra located at the base of the spine called the basic chakra that deals with prosperity, abundance, and success, dynamic activity, self-preservation. So people who are prosperous or making things happen around town, their basic chakra is very big and full of energy. So you can scan how much energy that person has in their basic chakra, how big their basic chakra is, and then that will give you a good indicator if you should buy their book or not. Because if you're buying their book because you want to learn how to be more materially and financially prosperous, because they're writing a book on how to be prosperous, and their basic chakra is smaller than yours, it's probably not a good idea to purchase that book, because they don't have the energy, they don't have the prosperity power to transfer to you as you read the book. Because whenever you're reading the book of another person, you're absorbing, you're assimilating, you're digesting the energy contained within that book. So the author sits down, they write a book, they take their ideas, their emotions, they put it onto paper, it's printed out, and now their energy is impregnated in that material, right? So likewise, if you're looking to get a spiritual book and you scan the crown chakra of the author and you go, their crown chakra is smaller than mine, so that's probably not a good book for spiritual development. So you would want to find an author who has a bigger crown chakra than yours. Does that make sense? Because they're able to transfer spiritual energy through the written word to you. Okay? So as I'm walking around looking for the right book, this is the book that comes up. Dun, dun, dun. Now, I don't know if it's reversed because of the camera, but this is the book How to Love by Thich Nhat Hanh, who is a Vietnamese Buddhist in his early 80s, I believe, and he's been teaching about compassion in Buddhism for well over 60 years. So he was living it up during Dr. Martin Luther King's days. He was recognized then as a well-known Buddhist scholar, and that was in the mid-60s, right? So I got this little book and I was like, you know what? I want to become more loving. I want to become more compassionate. I want to be able to tap into higher vibrational frequencies. That's a big reason as to why I'm a healer. That's a big reason as to why I practice the meditation on Twin Hearts regularly and have been mostly regularly for the past 13 years, because I want to be more loving and more kind and more compassionate. Now, am I successful every single moment of my life in this? Nope. Do I get frustrated? Yep. Do I get angry? Yep. Do I lose my temper sometimes? Yep. Do I hurt people with my thoughts, my words, and my actions sometimes? Absolutely. But guess what? I've gotten better from 6 months ago, a year before that, 5 years before that, and 10 years before that. So progress is being made. You have to be kind, loving, and nurturing, not just with other people, but also yourself. So the path of personal and spiritual development is a big path. It's a big path. So this book, I want to read to you a little bit from it. Somebody's telling me the book is backwards. Yes, Thank you. Thank you for letting me know the book is backwards. I really appreciate that. You're wonderful. So this book, I wanted to read to you a little bit from it that I think you'll get value out of it. Because who doesn't want to be more loving? Loving to themselves, loving to their intimate partners, loving to their friends, their family members, loving to complete strangers. Who wouldn't want that? Hey, Nina, Atma Namaste. Michael, Atma Namaste. Fulguni, Atma Namaste. So where did I want to go? And so the other factor, spiritual practice, hold on, here we go. So I'm going to read to you guys about 5 pages. Hey, Linda, Atma Namaste. And the point being is we have a tendency, Christy, Atma Namaste, in our mental world that the bigger, the thicker the book, the better it is. Not always true. Sometimes the littlest nugget books contain the most spiritual wisdom within them. So Master Choa has written over 20 books, and a lot of his books are very short, very simple, straight to the point, but they contain huge gems of invaluable spiritual and material information to transform your life. The other thing I want to emphasize, and I emphasized this in the stream that we did yesterday, is that understanding what you're reading is one thing, but applying what you're reading is even more important. So for instance, we can read about love all day long. We can read this book backwards and forwards, because it's backwards right now. We can read this book backwards and forwards, know every little word that's contained within it, but if we don't put what we're reading into practice, where's the benefit going to come from? Okay? So, hey, Tatiana, Atma Namaste. So, if you guys just want to I don't know why this week is becoming story time with Christian, but it just seems appropriate because, look, I have my level of development. I have my level of consciousness, right? As a spiritual practitioner, as a pranic healer, as an arhatic yogi, as a disciple of Grandmaster Choa Koksui. But what would be more beneficial for your growth and development? Me giving you my thoughts, my opinions, my belief systems around certain things, or would it be better to go to a higher source of energy and a higher source of empowerment, right? So that's why tap into great teachers to receive great energy. So the 4 elements of true love, and you guys might even want to write this down, and then as you write it down, you're assimilating it better, you're integrating it better, and then you can apply it from today on. So the 4 elements of true love. True love is made of 4 elements: loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity. In Sanskrit, which is an ancient language from India, these are called Maitri, Karuna, Mudita, and Upeksha. If your love contains these elements, it will be healing and transforming. That's a big key word, transforming. Hey, Pedro, Atma Namaste. And it will have the element of holiness in it. True love has the power to heal and transform any situation and bring deep meaning to our lives. I'm going to read that last sentence again because it begged repeating. True love has the power to heal and to transform any situation and bring deep meaning to our lives. How many of us are going through our days, our weeks, our months, and we go, is this all that there is? What's the meaning of life? Why am I here? What am I here to do? What am I here to accomplish? It's loving yourself and loving others through service. That's the purpose of your life. Thank you, hearts. You guys are awesome. True love has the power to heal and transform any situation and bring deep meaning to our lives. And when we do pranic healing protocols, if you look at it clairvoyantly, when you bless somebody with love, when you bless somebody with pink energy, their body absorbs it like a sponge. It cleanses the dirty, congested, disease energy out of their body, and the person feels calm, relaxed, at peace, soothed, and healed just because of love. Also, Master Choa says if you want faster healing results, use love over will. If you want faster healing results, use love over will. So then the 4 elements are broken down per element. Loving kindness. The first element of true love is loving kindness. The essence of loving kindness is being able to offer happiness. You can be the sunshine for another person.